Copy.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Ray from Raespodcast, and here we are with another segment. It's episode 26. You know, I got the same crew that's always here. You know, Brandon, Sherman, Faison, and then we got a newcomer. We got Sticks, my man Jordan. What's up with you?
What it do, man? What's good with you?
All right. So now we all know that the NBA is back. It's official. Before we was talking about it, before we was saying these rules, that rules, they players can't leave. Now we have the official rules, and we know everything that's going on. Coming out to say early, I think the Memphis Grizzlies have the hardest schedule out of all the teams that's returning, out of all the teams. Here's why. Jonas Valanciunas. I know y'all know Jonas. Y'all all know him. Played for Toronto, the center. He is the only player that has playoff experience. The only player. They're in the AFC right now. 8 games. And these are different type of 8 games. It's not your ordinary games that you're pushing, you know, late in the season. Everybody has been sitting down. 8 games that are left. And the only person that has playoff experience and know what it is for these last 8 games is Jonas. And their best player is a rookie. And then the other team who I think that has the easiest schedule is the Pelicans. Pelicans have the easiest schedule right off rip. I think they're trying to, set it up for LeBron and Jordan. My bad. See how I did that for you.
Just can't get that man out your head, huh? That's why he the GOAT. That's why he the GOAT.
You getting on the right path, though. It's 100% to make sure Zion can get up in them playoffs, baby. Definitely. He's bringing the most money. People going to pay the most to watch him play, which is crazy to me. And he's already on a cover of a video game, which is crazy to me. But I am not going to lie. I was one of the big people that were like, I knew his game would translate, and I knew his numbers would be a little inflated because, you know, the game is played at a faster pace right now in small ball. But, I didn't think he was going to get, 20 and 9. I'm not going to lie. I didn't think that was going to happen every night. It might even be, 23 and 9, something outrageous. So I would be the first to admit that I was 100% wrong on that one for sure.
Hey, so with that being said, all you talk about Zion, you know me, I just said the Grizzlies, they have the hardest schedule out of all the teams, and the Pelicans has the easiest schedule out of all the teams. Who's your 2 teams?
Dude, man, I was looking at Toronto's schedule, to be honest. Toronto, to me, they got the hardest schedule, man. They got to play, and this is back-to-back without no break, straight out the gate. They got to play Boston. Then they got to play Denver. Then they got to play L.A. They get a little rest break with the Grizzlies. And they got to turn right back around, play the Heat. Then they got the Bucks. And then last game, they got the Sixers. To me, that's a tough schedule for Toronto. And I was looking at as the easiest schedule, you know, the Pelicans and Boston. Boston got the easiest schedule too. Only team I'm really worried about for Boston is the Milwaukee Bucks. Everybody else, I feel like it's kind of, you know, but as far as the easiest, Pelicans, I feel like they trying to get Zion in the playoffs, man, to be honest.
I think Memphis, man. Go ahead, Ray.
You said Toronto feel like they have the hardest schedule?
Toronto definitely has a hardest schedule.
The only reason why I think they're the second team that have the hardest schedule, but the only reason why I will not put them up there, they've been together. They've been playing before everybody. Mm-hmm. They're already in Orlando. They've been there 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. Everybody's getting to Orlando, so they're already acquainted with the hotel, the way it's living, everything, working out in the gym. They're ready. They're ready to go. I don't know if they did that for them just because they're the defending champions, but they're there already. They're ready to ball.
That is true. I'm just saying, you know, those teams got to play straight out the gate. They got high, since nobody really has home court advantage. It's pretty much you know, away games for everybody. LA got one of the highest away records, road records in the whole league, and they got to play the Clippers and the Lakers. So I'm just looking at, like, once they get done with them two teams, they'll probably be so fatigued where, everybody else that's challenging, like the Heat, they might struggle with them. I'm just looking at, like, the long haul, who's going to be doing the most work. And I'm looking at Toronto right now.
So I agree with you, Memphis. They're just in a tough spot because really, like, the Pelicans and the Blazers are only 3.5 games back, and all they got to do is be within 4 games. So, like you said, that schedule, and then they last 3 games, they play the Raptors. They're the defending champions. I know they don't have Kawhi, but they still a tough team to beat regardless throughout the regular season. Then they play the 2 best teams in the East. Boston, I think Boston's the 2nd best team. And then they go out the last game with the Bucks. So who knows where, like, they're going to be with the seeding. They could easily, drop those last few games and then for sure have a play-in game. And I just think they're just in a tough spot, the 8th seed, period. The easiest, I'm going to agree with y'all, the Pelicans. But then I take a look at it. And one team that got blessed out in the East is the Magic. One, Bradley Beal said he's not going to hoop. So as far as a play-in game, it's like a one-game thing. Anybody could win. And Bradley Beal has been hot as anybody in the league. So without him playing, and then I noticed they played the Brooklyn Nets twice. And the Nets going to bring a G League squad out there. They going to, who knows, like, they not going to be worth anything. So I think the Magic got lucked up. I really thought, like, Bradley Beal could have led them boys to a play-in game. When that play-in game happens, one game. It's like the NCAA. Like, the best team don't always win. All it takes is one guy to get hot, and who knows?
I'm going with the Blazers. It's the toughest schedule. Because they don't want to see Portland in. They don't want to see Portland in. Because they just sneak out of West. Faye, you brought something up on the East with the Celtics the last time we spoke. It was accurate. But Portland is that team that nobody really want to face in the East. I'm sorry. They don't want to face them in the West. And that schedule, we talking about every other day. You got the Grizzlies, Celtics, Rockets, Nuggets, Clippers, Sixers, Mavericks, and then they gave them the throw-in when it don't matter with the Nets. They don't want to see Melo and they don't see Melo and goddamn McCollum. They don't want to see Dame Dollar. They don't want to see them, and they don't want to see them ruin nothing.
Reason's not coming though.
Huh?
Is Dame gonna play?
Reason's not playing.
Who?
Is Dame gonna play?
Dame gonna play. Trevor Reese is not playing for the Blazers too.
I knew a reason wasn't playing, but I didn't know if Dame was gonna play because he was a big, big person saying that he kind of didn't want to play in general. So I was just interested to see if he's gonna play.
He was saying he wasn't going to play unless if they ain't have a shot at the playoffs.
Oh, he did say that, didn't he?
Losing Trevor, another solid veteran 3-and-D guy. That hurts. But they don't. That's a team that they don't want. They don't want them to mess anything up.
Yeah, because they'll mess it up now.
Yeah, mess it up.
But I disagree though. I love that Blazers team, but like, the Lakers are going to be the number 1 seed. Are we really thinking they're going to beat the Lakers in the playoff series?
I think they get a better shot than the Pelicans.
I don't think either of them have a shot. I think it's both over in 5 or 6 games.
Let me add this. We all know that these 8 games is about money. So they set everything up to keep everybody's eyeballs on the screen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was played out that way for a reason. But again, I can't get go ahead.
No, I agree with Brandon as far as, like, I think Orlando, as far as easy, I mean, they're going to play 2 D-League teams, and the Nets and the Wizards. And then, G League, I don't want to disrespect no league.
It is what it is at this point.
To throw in a sidebar for y'all, y'all probably don't know, but right now, the Brooklyn Nets just signed Jamal Crawford. Just putting that in there.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Right.
So they got a G League team with a savvy vet.
Right. I love Jamal Crawford, but we the same age. Like, come on. Like, what are we talking about here?
Jamal gonna mess around, go out there and get hurt. I hate to say it like that, but like, he ain't played in a minute. dude's gonna be whack and out of sync. And
he probably gonna drop 51 games.
He probably will.
He gonna play.
But it's gonna be meaningless with the Brooklyn Nets. It's gonna
it's gonna be meaningless, but he gonna have a game where he go out there and go crazy.
And he gonna be.
I'm looking forward to it.
And he gonna be.
And it's gonna be like pickup for a little bit out there too. Yeah, he's gonna be out there getting.
Nobody for the Nets playing. What about Karis LeVert?
No, LeVert. We all know LeVert is nice.
He'll get you about, if he get the ball, he'll get you about a smooth 27.
Is he clear, LeVert?
He's good. I think it's Wilson Chandler. Of course, Kyrie and KD both are injured. DeAndre Jordan, and then the last person.
Dinwiddie not playing, is he?
Torn Prince.
Oh, they're done.
You know what's interesting?
You just named their top 6 dudes. They're done. That's their top 6 dudes. It's a
y'all know what's interesting about this Nets situation? Because if they don't make the playoffs, they keep their first-round pick.
And they got bread to get Greg Popovich, too. But that's a whole nother
That's not checkers, fellas. Yes.
They're trying to get Greg Popovich. They have the money to afford him. And they can get Bradley Beal. But look, going back to
man.
the 2, that's going to be crazy. That's we're not going to get to that one. But going back to Sherm and Jordan, y'all name me y'all teams, right? That y'all name the teams that for the hardest schedule. Because you said the Blazers, Sherman, and you said Jordan.
Toronto.
It was Toronto. All right, now hear me out on Memphis. Hear me out. They got to play the Celtics. They got to play. They got to play the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
They got to play the Pelicans. You know, that's that primetime game, Zion and John Morant, that money game. You know, that's going to be a good game, too. Then they got to play OKC. Then they got to play a healthy Trailblazers. You say Trailblazers are getting back both – they're getting back Nurkic and what's the name? They're getting both of their healthy players back. Only person they're not going to have is Trevor Ariza and Rodney Hood. But their big men are going to have to come back. They got to play the Spurs. Okay. What's up? They got to play the Spurs. That's the only game I can see that can go hand in hand for them winning or whatever. Then they got to play the Jazz in Toronto. That's tough.
And the Jazz, what, number 5 in the West right now?
That's tough.
That is tough.
I don't think the league really cares about, as far as the top tier teams, they're not worrying about them. They set the schedule up as far as the now and the future, as far as the players with the younger teams, like the Grizzlies, Pelicans. It's all about promotion right now, man. That's my take on it. It's all about who they're gonna promote for the future.
Yeah, because have you looked at the Maverick schedule?
Huh?
I said, have you looked at the Maverick schedule?
No, I ain't gonna lie, no.
They schedule pretty slight too. I'm just saying, like, because you know they got a young core, they schedule pretty slight too. And I was looking at Luka. They might want to. I think they want to see Luka in the playoffs too.
They definitely want Luka to make a push. They want him to make a push bad, which is I get that because he is really good. Like, ain't no denying none of that, like how good he is. But I think you're right about wanting the young people to get out there because I think it brings a little more drama too. Like, if it's boring if we see unless we see the Clippers come back, Austin. Unless we see the Clippers and the Lakers, in the West, some of that's going to be boring. So you need a little drama to get it all going. So potentially a Ja and Zion playing game. That's going to be something that everybody's going to like. Everybody and their mom's going to tune in to watch that. Then it's either Ja or Zion against the Lakers. Or I think the Lakers are ahead enough to where they'd have to basically lose everything to not be able to stay that number 1 spot. So, no, some of them a couple games back. But I think that's a great point that I think that, they're not worried about the upper echelon teams right now. And this is the best time you can really expose in a positive way all the young players because you got to key in on them. Like nobody's seen basketball until this TBT in 4 months. So it's
not only basketball, all sports. Yeah, there's nothing else that's really worth watching going on right now.
Exactly. So it's like, damn, I never really saw Zion before. I ain't even watch him at Duke. Like, it's a casual fan. I ain't even watch him at Duke like that. Now he's about to be prime time on TV, and no sports has been on for 4 months. So I'm definitely about to. So it's definitely money involved. Like all this is set up for money. Because at the end of the day, when that little 8-game mess is over, it's gonna be about. We're gonna have this conversation again. It's gonna be about 4 teams we're gonna talk about, and who can take it home and who really has a chance. Now my question is this gonna be a tainted title? Like I don't take nothing away from it, because at the end of the day, if you can win a championship, you can win a championship. I don't care who you are. Shortened season, none of that. But is it going to be tainted regardless? Because you got to think, primetime players aren't playing. You can say KD's a top 5 player in the world. He's not playing. Kyrie, you can argue top 15. He's not playing.
Nobody's playing.
But KD wasn't playing.
None of the top veterans are playing. There's only one. Yeah. Other than you could say, you could throw Paul George in there and go, but there's only one guy that you could really say is at that top level that's playing his who?
Brum know he got to have this one, baby. He know he got to have it.
Everybody else sitting out.
He know he got to have it.
But KD wasn't playing either way, though. KD wasn't playing regardless.
Yeah, he trying to get healthy.
COVID or not, he was sitting out the whole year regardless.
Because why? Why?
Goforth's injured.
Huh? I'm not saying.
You just said that KD's not playing and Kyrie's not playing. But even before the pandemic, they were not going to be in the.
I'm not. No. That's not what I'm saying. If KD really wanted to play, he can play. It's been over a year. Boop, Boop. I know people who had an Achilles injury. It takes 8 months, yes. And we talking about a guy that just plays on a lower level. But if KD really wanted to come back, or Kyrie really wanted to come back, they can come back and play.
Kyrie can.
Well, Faison was just asking, was it going to be tainted? He was just asking if it's going to be tainted because of, like, the whole restart and guys not playing because of COVID and being with their families. But, like Ray was just saying, it has nothing to do with that. Like, regardless if the season happened and ended in June like it normally does, those guys wasn't going to play regardless.
See, you know how I'm looking at it? And we all got to look at this. This restart is a whole different season. Let's be real about it. It's a thing. We can't base nothing on what happened in March. Because there's a lot of guys who are saying, I haven't touched the basketball in 2.5 months. Right. And from past experience, when there's a layoff like this, some guys, and this is a layoff like no other. Guys wasn't in the gym working out. There's only, again, there's only one team that was leaked, that they were in LA, at somebody's house, in the gym, playing, practicing. There's only one team that was doing it.
Hey. I saw the All About Buckets podcast, and they were saying, Paul George said Steve Ballmer bought, I don't know how you do it, but you buy somebody a weight room.
Come on, man. If you got money, come on, man. We talking about a billionaire.
But I know. I'm saying that's kind of crazy, though.
Let me say this. Face, I'm
talking about a
billionaire. I'm gonna answer your question, and then I'm gonna get right back to you, Sherman, because I'm gonna answer your question. I'm gonna get straight to you first, because you asked. We already talked about this before anybody was even speaking about it. I don't know if y'all remember. We already spoke on this last month. Like, would this championship have an asterisk behind it? We brought up Tim Duncan in this situation. We talked about this already.
Whoa.
I know. I'm just
kidding.
But that's a totally different situation.
No, that is.
Guys were able to work out and be in the gym.
But look, listen. This right here, this championship, and this is not me just because I'm a LeBron fan. Anybody that wins this championship, you can honestly say that I did something that no other basketball player in history had to do.
Has done.
No. This is not for it's for anybody that wins. This could be for Giannis, LeBron, Kawhi, all of them, anybody that wins. There's no home court advantage. There's no fans. You are in there hooping. You are hooping.
Right.
Listen, though, you are
right.
Anybody that win this championship.
I don't want to hear. Skip. Now skip. Skip.
Let him say it straight up.
Skip. Now, skip. Break. Now, break.
Being honest with you.
Stop it, Ray. Stop it, Ray. Ray, stop it. Because, like you said, Ray, this is unprecedented. Ain't nobody, but it don't mean nothing.
It do.
Why?
What you mean, why?
We always at a disadvantage, right?
Everybody.
Yeah, where you at? I don't want to hear, but again, man, we already know that some teams were still working out. Some teams were still getting together. But then it was some people that wasn't because they were scared of the situation. If you wasn't scared of the situation, then you in the gym with your teammates. I went to work. I had to work. So what I'm gonna tell the next guy to come to my job? Look, man, I did something that was unprecedented. I still went to work and handled my business, even though everybody else was sitting home. Ray, like I said, it's a whole new season. But at the disadvantage is that everybody was not able to be in the gym. We know that certain guys were in the gym. Whether Steve Ballmer, he's rich enough to buy. He owned two teams. He owns the Seahawks and the Clippers. I don't know why he ain't built a whole arena for him. Well, he is, but
he just bought a new one, man.
I'm saying during his workout time.
Oh.
I'm not gonna give nobody no credit for winning something in a situation where just because you had a delay and you won it, I'm not gonna push that up there over nobody else, man. Because we know why they're doing it. Because if LeBron win, that's the first thing they're gonna say. He had the toughest role. They done something that nobody ever did before. That's what they're gonna say. That's gonna be the whole argument. That's what's gonna be on every sports talk, whether it's radio or TV. They're gonna say the fact that LeBron was able to win the pandemic.
I agree. It's definitely gonna get heightened if let's be honest. If the Lakers win, it will 100% be heightened more so if the Clippers win or if the Raptors win. And it's not to take anything away from LeBron or the Celtics win.
It's not.
The Bucks. It's gonna be. Yeah. Here's the thing that what I guess we'll say is on both sides of it. There's gonna be somebody if the Lakers win.
No.
You don't care, dude. Really, I don't care. I'll take it.
But he was like that as a
If the Clippers win, it's bad for LeBron. It's bad.
It's definitely bad. Right. Without question. That's what I'm saying. LeBron has got to have. He needs this.
Bad if the Clippers win. That's why I say if anybody, whoever wins this championship, it holds weight.
You want to know where I'm at? LeBron has so much power, and I said the NBA is WWE right now. I won't be surprised when. I won't be surprised because it's WWE. The league is so tainted. We're talking about I'm gonna ask y'all this. I'm gonna ask everybody on the panel this. How could we not sit here and talk about how the schedule is rigged for certain teams and not look at the LeBron situation, say it can't be rigged for him to win? Crickets? Crickets? Somebody talk to me. Crickets?
So you think it's...
You can't one way and not the other.
No, hold on. I'm not understanding your question. So what you're trying to say is that the schedule is not...
If the schedule is rigged for certain teams to make the playoffs or certain individuals who are coming up as future stars or money makers to carry the league for the next 10, 15 years to win a champion, to make the playoffs, how could we not believe that it might be, I'm going to say might be rigged for LeBron to win this year? Knowing the best year that this is the only year that he's going to win.
See, now you're saying something else. But he can win another one. that's a whole nother conversation. But I'm gonna stay on. You right for you to break it down that way. That's true. It can be a maybe that is set up for the Lakers to win. It can be that, but they gotta do it. They gotta do it.
That is true too.
At the end of the day, they gotta do it.
One thing I know from my experience with sports, and the NBA is the same way, man. They could tell the league would tell a ref how to call the games. They would send a certain crew to games because they want a game to be called a certain way. It happens all the time at every level. I don't care if it's a professional all the way down to Biddy.
Hey, that can be true. That can be. I can't tell you that's wrong. I can't tell you that can be true because we have seen that referees was, a referee was betting. So I can't tell you that you're wrong about that. Can't tell you that you're completely wrong about that.
Nah, but the ref that talked about the betting, he said they already knew. The reason why he was betting, because they already knew which crew was being sent to certain games to do certain things. See, but that's not what nobody was looking at. Go back and do the research. He knew what to bet on because the league allowed the shit. But the league allows certain crews to do certain things. So why should that stop? It ain't nothing ever stopped. He just was the whistleblower. He got caught and he blew the whistle.
Jordan, you in here. Hey, that can be true, Sherman. I told you already my take on that. I was like, I can't disagree with you. I can't tell you that you're wrong on that. But Jordan, you in here. You're the only Celtics fan that's in here. The only Celtics fan here. You feeling like y'all got the right squad to maybe get to the finals. You love Tatum. You was always talking about Tatum since he was in college. I'm concerned for y'all, honestly. I'll tell you why I'm concerned for y'all. Gordan Hayward is not going to be there if y'all make it to the second round for a couple of days. Are you concerned about him leaving during the playoffs? Would that hurt him?
Hey, look, I would tell you right now, Ray, we will be just fine without Gordan Hayward. I promise you, we'll be all right. Gordan averages about almost 20 points, 17, 18. Whenever Gordon's out the game, I don't know if you notice it, but Jaylen Brown goes crazy. Him and Jason Tatum. So all those shots that Gordon's not going to be taking is more or less going to go to Jaylen Brown. Marcus Smart always steps it up. Of course, Tatum, when we got off the break, whenever the pandemic started, he was getting like 30 points per game the last 3 games he was playing. So we'll be straight. We'll be able to manage.
So, and not only that, man, but we all know why Hayward is on that team.
Coach.
Because the guy coached in the college.
That
I'm
is
not
true.
saying he's not tough, but ain't nobody checking for Gordan Hayward. He's not tough. But what else he going to bring? What is he going to bring?
Make that run. You know who the reason why you're going to make that run is.
That's crazy to say that, though.
No, I'm not. Again, I'm not saying he's not tough. Are you going to say – Nah, go ahead.
I disagree because as far as y'all, because Celtics fan, y'all whole fan base, y'all believe y'all can get to the finals and win it. But to everybody else, the standard is going to be a second round conference final team that probably loses to the Bucks. But for y'all to exceed that, y'all need what makes y'all go. And at the end of the day, Boston is special because y'all legit got 3 wings that are 3-level scores and like really tough to guard. Gordan Hayward averaged 17 points. He shoot 50% from the field, and he shoot 40 from 3.
Mm-hmm. What else did he bring to the table?
You can sneeze at.
No, but again, like he said, like Jordan said, but what else do we bring to the table?
Who else does that?
He's definitely a playmaker, though. I ain't gonna cap.
I never said he wasn't tough.
And let's look at the depth chart. We got to look at who's going to be playing his minutes when he's gone. You got Grant Williams and how do you say his name?
Ojale.
Sammy Ojale.
And I'm just saying, y'all are already not favored to beat the Bucks. For y'all to beat the Bucks, y'all gonna need y'all full team.
They gotta watch
Gordan Hayward.
You know what?
So I think y'all still make the conference finals. And my bad if I'm cutting y'all off because I'm over here lagging like crazy. So I don't mean to cut nobody off. But everything delayed over here. But I'm just saying, bro, Gordan Hayward, that's almost 20 a night. And he's making more than half his shots. So I know he ain't the Gordan that he used to be, but I'd rather him be in the game than Grant Williams and Ojale.
The tough part is you got to pick and choose if it's going to be. Here's the thing when it comes down to the nitty gritty. So the nitty gritty, your best players rise to the top, right? Is it going to be him or is it going to be Jaylen Brown? Because they can't succeed at the same time. That's been proven.
Mm-hmm.
And they both can't succeed. It was happening this year for a little while, but then it was when Jaylen Brown was on that bad stretch and Gordan was killing, and then it switched up. Then Gordan Hayward is playing bad, and now Jaylen Brown is killing. And at the end of the day, the dude that I personally think takes the biggest hit is Kimball because he kind of like, I don't mind going out here and having 8 points and 11 assists. I'm cool with that. But I think when it comes down to at the end of the game, the dude that's going to take the last shot is going to be between him and Jason Tatum. But the dudes that win you the games throughout the course of the game, like, let's say Kim is playing bad. Let's say Jason's playing bad. Theus isn't giving you anything. One of those two dudes are going to be the ones that step up. I just don't know if in the long run that's going to end up hurting them because neither one of those dudes are going to be used to being in those situations towards the end of the games because they both take away from each other so much because they're the same player. One's a little bit the other.
One guy, I just think more. I'd rather, as far as mental fortitude, I'm gonna take Jaylen Brown. And again, it's not a knock on Hayward. I'll take Jaylen Brown.
Well, let's look at last year's Raptors team. From a sense of in a 7-game series, we saw big moments from so many different individual players that stepped up when needed be. There was time, obviously, Kawhi was the guy that was getting you 30. Kyle Lowry had some big games in the playoffs. Fred VanVleet, who's a point guard, he's a 6-foot shooting guard who basically needs the ball like Kyle Lowry does, has some big moments. Siakam has some big moments. What I'm saying is, bro, you can never go wrong with having depth on your team.
Sure. I agree. But at the end of the day, are Gordan Hayward and Jaylen Brown both going to be on the floor at the same time at the end of the game?
At the end of the game, yes. Because usually what they'll do is sometimes they'll slide Gordan. If we're running small, they'll slide Gordan to the 4. Whenever they do that, that means Jason Tatum is at the 3. And then they'll probably have Marcus Smart at the 2 and then Kemba at the 1. And the thing is like, I know my man was saying that, he's going to take Jaylen Brown over Gordan. But the thing about Gordan Hayward that he brings to the table for Boston, he stretches the floor. Now, Jaylen Brown does his thing. He's becoming more efficient from 3. But he's not shooting the ball like Gordan Hayward. We got to admit, he's not shooting that corner 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing about Gordan, sometimes he's able to grab that board, fast break, bring the ball up court, make a play, dish it out to the Jason Tatum or dish it out to Tice in the corner or something like that. Jaylen Brown, he'll sometimes, if he's feeling it, he'll take it by himself.
He's definitely getting a shot
up. Yeah, definitely getting a shot up.
Yeah.
Gordan Hayward is going, whenever that Boston ball, whenever the ball is swinging, that's when we score more effectively. That's the only thing that I'm worried about. But if Jaylen Brown is on good.
The only rebuttal for me for that is Gordan Hayward can't guard. So when you get down to the end of the game,
who's the better defender?
Y'all playing 5, and it's gonna be 5. It's gonna be 4 guards out there and a forward at the end of the game.
When that play slows down, who's gonna be a better defender?
Fuck around, he's gonna be on Giannis and he get his ass punished.
Oh God, yeah, it's definitely gone because Gordan can't stop a nosebleed, but Jaylen Brown definitely can lock up. He's a 2-way player.
But
Two-way player.
I'll flip that and say, I know y'all speaking about closing. Let's say Brad Stevens switches it up and just say, you know what, Gordan, I'm going to have you torture these second units on the squad. How many people off the bench? That's with Gordan Hayward.
That's what I do. That's exactly
and
what
they bring him off the bench.
One of those two is not starting for me.
I'm going.
Yeah, and that's fine. I'm just saying that's what makes Boston special. You got so many guys on the wing that can just flat out go get you a bucket. And I think y'all gonna still be good. Like I think y'all can still make the conference finals without them. But am I gonna bet money that y'all overcome and beat the Bucks or overcome and beat one of the LA teams? No.
Listen, if Gordan Hayward is not there, which he's not gonna be there because he said he's leaving, y'all not getting past the second round.
Agreed.
Man, look, if we meet up with the Sixers.
I'm telling you this. Gordan Hayward said he's going to miss some games. So the rule is if a player leaves on his own, he has up to 7 days to leave from the bubble. If like it's for family emergency or if it's for a death in the family or anything like that. But when he comes back, he has to do he has to do 4 days of quarantine. So his baby's going to be born. It's going to be what?
I thought it was 10.
No, it's 10 if you leave on your own. Like, with no excuse, like, if you just leave.
Wow.
Yeah, but if it's for a family.
No, but that's the crazy stuff about, but that's the crazy stuff about this whole bubble thing. Like, so if you leave on your own, it's 10 days. But if you leave because of family emergency, it's 4 days. But the risk is still the same of bringing something back.
Yeah.
Well, they know some dudes.
That's a whole different topic.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sticks. Gordan Hayward is not there. If Gordan Hayward is not there, which ain't no if, because he's not going to be there. So we know that he's going to be going for the semifinals. So that means he's either going to play the Milwaukee Bucks or the Philadelphia 76ers.
We're not worried about Philly.
Yeah, bye-bye. Second round exit. Celtics next year, y'all probably win the finals or go to the finals. Unless Greg Popovich and Bradley Beal goes to the Nets. But other than that,
it's gonna have to be the Bucks because it's not Philly.
Why wouldn't it be the Sixers, Sticks? The Sixers are pretty good, though.
Man, the Sixers got the worst road record in the league right now.
But everybody at the crib, everybody neutral.
No road.
10 road games.
Fans.
There's no road though.
The Sixers
won't
do anything.
Go ahead, Brandon. My bad. Go ahead, Brandon.
The Sixers won't do anything this postseason because their two best players. Damn, I'm close. Their two best players won't do what it takes to dominate.
Well, that's because their two best players don't like each other.
They won't take the like Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is a professional basketball player making millions, and the fact that he cannot shoot the basketball is just flat out unacceptable. I don't care how you look at it; it's just trash. And Joel Embiid is no reason why he's not averaging 28 and 12. It's not like he's playing in the 90s, big oriented. He just doesn't want.
But is that out of players or is it the organization and the coaches that are allowing the players?
The culture. You gotta have a winning culture to win. You gotta have a winning culture.
That comes from the organization and
a winning culture to win.
You know, because
those two don't like each other. Ben Simmons and you can tell Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid don't like each other. It's obvious.
Yeah, but
so?
I don't mean to be blasphemous when I compare them. There was a lot of years Kobe and Shaq didn't really get along, but they tucked their differences aside to get the job done. I'm not saying they Shaq and Kobe.
I get that.
But they try to win. Yeah.
That's what winners do. That's what winners do.
And that's why they're not going to be successful.
I'm sticking with it. I think, like I told y'all.
You think the Sixers go how far, Ray?
The finals.
No, sir.
Lord,
no, sir.
Coming out the East?
No, sir.
Last year was their best year.
Listen.
Last year was their best year.
Hold on, wait. I told you. Now, this is why. That's what my prediction was before the season started. I don't switch up any predictions. So pandemic or no pandemic, I still got the Sixers. And now they got a whole different. They got a whole different. Yeah, you know it. This is like the last one when I told y'all Raptors was going to the finals, Sticks, and you told me I was crazy. But we all saw what happened.
Who did they have on the team?
Who?
Yo, and honestly, that Van Fleet.
Man. That's. I mean,
don't say Van Fleet, because before Van Fleet got a baby, and when they were down 2-0 to the Bucks, people were saying they were done for.
I'm just saying I ain't know who that kid was.
Wichita State.
I'm just saying, you know, Marquis, it's a kid from Paterson that played with him.
Yeah,
but look,
McDuffie.
Yo, I didn't know who that kid was, man, but he made a believer out of me, man.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I saw him play. I saw him play a little early, and I knew he was like that. Anytime you can get in a mid-major league like that, and you just flat out dominate, like, and he's a 6 foot unathletic guard, and you dominate, you got to be on a whole nother type thing.
He made a believer out of me.
He ain't fast. He ain't quick. He ain't athletic. Like,
this is crazy.
He's a dog.
Yeah,
but like,
he's a dog, and he ain't scared. He ain't scared.
They always had
definitely not scared
before the season started, though. Last year.
Yeah.
I'm just saying he made me
These are facts right here. They were down 2-0 to the Bucks. People were saying that the Raptors, like the media and everything, was saying the Raptors don't have a bench. That's what they kept saying. Raptors don't have a bench, all that stuff. They were down 2-0 to the Bucks. Remember now Van Fleet and everybody else, they started to turn up. Van Fleet had a baby, and after his child was born, he just started going nuts. But he always been that type of player, though, because Norman Powell was a starter for them, and they took Norman Powell out.
Norman Powell's good, too. Norman Powell's really good.
And Powell's good, too.
And OG Abanobi, whatever my man's name is, like, he was killing before he got hurt. And then he got hurt.
From Oklahoma.
I like Philly. They added 2 shooters. You feel me? They got the new guy, Shake Milton. And they got Josh Richardson from Miami. And Alec, like, they got players. And Tobias, they just pushed the floor out. They having Al Horford coming off the bench. He's not going to be a starter anymore. So they're going to
who they going to start?
Tobias
at the 4?
Tobias at the 4 to stretch it out. They give Ben more shooters.
Goodness, Tatum's killing him. Sorry. It's killing him.
Ooh, I mean, Tatum you got to realize now, Sticks, Tatum got the guard. Like, Tobias ain't no bum.
I'm saying. That's fine, too. That's fine, too. But I'm saying.
Al Horford is a really good defensive center, so him and Joel Embiid, I think Joel should dominate that. Well, not dominate. Joel should win that matchup. But Al Horford is going to
guard the Celtics when they go big. Y'all put Gordan Hayward as a big man for y'all at the 4. When they decide to put Joel Embiid and Al Horford in the same time, barbecue chicken in the post. No Gordan Hayward, Grant Williams. I like him. Tennessee, you know what I'm saying? He's good.
And his Kenner is not slack. Yeah, no slack, man. That's all I'm saying, bro. I'm not an all-star. He's not a Hall of Famer, nothing like that. But he can defend. He is a paint presence. And we all know Joel Embiid, just like Monk was saying, Joel Embiid gonna pick and pop. He ain't gonna get down in the post with his 7 foot behind and demand the ball like he should. He's not getting down there. He's picking and popping.
My thing is, if you're gonna pick and pop, cool. Hit the damn shot.
Hit the shot.
He'll miss 5 or 6 in a row and like won't go get a layup. And that's like, bro, you the biggest on the court.
Here's the thing, though, like with Al Horford coming on the bench, like coming off the bench, they're gonna have shooters around. So yes, Joel, you know what I'm saying? You would rather have Tobias shoot the 3 or Josh Richardson shoot the 3, and then have Joel Embiid pick popping with Al Horford. Like either or, one of them going to shoot. And Al Horford, he can shoot 3s, but he's really not. We're going off of it. Gordan Hayward not there for y'all. Y'all not getting past the 2nd round. That's what I'm talking about.
Yo, Ray, can we touch on something that we spoke about? I know you got a timeline and the timeline, but it's J.R. Smith. Yeah, you know where I'm going. Does he give the Lakers at missing Avery? You talking about Hayward? Does JR give the Lakers what they're going to miss from Avery Bradley?
No.
The Los Angeles Lakers. Listen, you asked me a question. No, here. This is my sentence. This is my sentence, and Brandon or anybody else, y'all can go next.
JR Jersey guy. JR Jersey guy.
Yeah, you know Jersey vibes. You know the vibes. But
Addison ties.
But listen. I'm gonna say this to you, and it's just one sentence. This season, the Lakers are, when Avery Bradley is not playing, the Lakers are 13-1. I'm done.
So you saying that JR is just a fill?
Well, I'm not even speaking. You know, the last time we talked, JR is just a front. You know who I really like, who they got? Philly Cheese. That's who I really like. Dion.
Oh God.
Okay.
Dion, I like Dion. I like Dion.
Okay.
I think same old Ray.
But
Ray.
Think about
rolling with his guys.
It's gonna be dudes. At the end of the day, it's gonna be dudes standing in the corner, right? So, who's efficient standing in the corner? Do I think that helps JR? Yes, because he's got to stand in the corner, shoot some threes. You're all right. But I always, and it's crazy because I was never like this as a player, not even close. You have got to guard. So JR don't know who's on his team. You know, he's not gonna know what's going on half the time, and that's okay. But Dion, I don't consider him a big factor because Dion is not effective to me without the ball in his hands, and he's not gonna have the ball in his hands ever. Like, there's never gonna be a set where they like, let's run this swing for Dion, let's get him on an L cut, and you go get your. That is never gonna happen. So he's not gonna be as effective. Now I will say this, and the perfect example of this is Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma was ball dominant last year. Now, granted, he was playing on a much worse team, but he was ball dominant, was able to score the ball at will because he had freedom. When LeBron is on that team, and it's not taking nothing away from LeBron because he's the best player on the team, your freedom is now shrinking or lessened because I have the ball in my hands. So you just go one of two ways. Either you come set me the screen, you can go stand in the corner. You do whichever one you want to do. Those are the only two things you're going to do. So I don't know if he has the pieces around him right now to be elite at that level. Like, there's a reason why Miami works so well, why Cleveland with Kevin Love works so well, because those dudes could accept roles and still be elite in that one particular role. For me, they don't have another – it's a guards game at the end of the day. For me, they don't have that one other guard like Kyrie or D-Wade, however you want to look at it. They don't have that guy that's another shot creator, shot maker like LeBron. And he's always had that dude next to him, another shot maker. Yes, LeBron is tipped 9 times out of 10 the best player on the team, but he's always had a shot maker next to him. Who's the shot maker on that team? Like, is there another shot maker? And I mean, like, not a dude that can score the ball, a shot maker. Where it's
they're talking about playoff Rondo.
Man, you almost cursed on it.
That's what they talking about. Playoff Rondo. Man, come on. Rondo can't have the ball in his hands with LeBron on the floor.
No, Rondo's useless if he's out there. And if LeBron and Rondo are on the floor at the same time, I'm playing a zone and I'm living. I'm living.
That's why they're comfortable signing a guy like JR, because he will, like you said, he accept the role and just JR shoot. He said again, he's a Jersey guy, Paterson guy. He said it back in high school. My father told me, if all else fails, shoot. So he comfortable standing there and shooting the basketball off of LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
No, I agree.
I know y'all got y'all say so how y'all feel about it. The season starts July 30th. I'm telling y'all like this. Philly Cheese is gonna ball. I'm telling you.
Same old Ray.
It's not going. He got a rate. He has the guard.
Dion got something to prove, man.
Does he play?
Yeah, bro. Wait, Brandon, you're a Miami Heat fan or no?
Yeah. Oh, well, no. We'll talk about that later.
He's a Dwayne Wade fan.
Sensitive topic. We'll talk about that later.
Okay. I'll say this. Dion was playing right for y'all. I'm not even, but,
2 years ago.
First of all, J.R. Smith has something to prove just because of what he did last time in the finals. He feel like he got something to prove. This is coming from him. He was depressed. He had to take away from basketball, everything. Like, he got something to prove. J.R. Smith, J.R. Smith is
not 25.
J.R. Smith is a better shooter than Avery Bradley.
Sure.
Now, I did now, and J.R. Smith can play defense, but he don't play good defense like Bradley. I will be honest with you and say that. But the last time we talked, I told you, I said Avery Bradley was a key piece. I told you that, yes. But I did not know until when Avery Bradley was opting out and not playing that the Lakers without him they won 13 games and lost one. They'll be and now they just added a better shooter for LeBron. So they was 13-1 without Avery Bradley.
Right.
People saying Avery Bradley can't shoot. Now you just added a shooter who's a good shooter in the corner, and they already was winning without him.
JR is not 25. He's the same JR that he was when he was younger. He's older. He's still partying. He's still smoking. He's still drinking. And as that time goes on, his legs going to get heavier and them shots going to fall short.
But my question about Dion.
That's a hope, though.
No hope. That's facts.
Yeah, he ain't.
You ain't that age yet, Ray. I've been there.
JR showed up to that facility with a black in his mouth, dog.
He played 2 years.
Hey, can y'all imagine the club they hit that night? My bad. What you say?
And listen.
Oh no! all I was saying is, I said the thing is, Dion, J.R. Smith, both offense players. They'll go get you a bucket. Dion, shot creator. J.R. Smith, shot creator, more of a spot up.
But you're crazy.
Okay. All right, fine.
Both
shot
of them are
creator.
older.
All right.
Both of them are older.
And the thing is, the Lakers are already number 1 in points per game. They don't need no more offense.
That's true.
So what they really gonna bring to the table? If they already scoring, the scoring is already at its peak.
My point is, both of them are not young. They both has a history of doing other things.
I don't know if I mentally trust them.
And neither guy has been consistent within the last 2-3 years.
Yeah. I don't know if I mentally trust those two.
That's my point.
Like, bro, I need you to stay in the house tonight, bro. We got game 4 tomorrow. Just stay in the room, bro. And, I know JR's not staying in the room.
They gonna stay in the room, but you know what they gonna have.
Hey, can you trust them? Can you trust them not to take a bad shot?
No. Man,
with the game on the line, can you trust that?
Hey,
one thing about JR, when he played with LeBron, JR, when he played with LeBron, he's under control.
He's pretty good. Pretty good.
He will, because he's doing what he naturally do. Just give me the ball, let it fly. So I can't. He's not doing what he was doing with the Knicks or with Denver, like taking 15,000 dribbles and dribbling in one space and shooting crazy. He's not going to do that with LeBron.
They need 2016 J.R. Smith. That's what they need.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing with Dion, because at the end of the day, nobody knows what's going to happen with J.R. I don't even think J.R. Smith knows how he's going to play. Like, I don't think he has an idea. I think he's either going to hit shots or not. But Dion, like, you got, JR, you got Danny Green, you got KCP, you got Caruso, you got Rondo. Who is Dion playing over?
Good question.
I don't even think Dion plays like that.
That is true, man.
Dion's gonna get some minutes.
He'll probably play before.
I think.
They ain't playing over Caruso. They love Caruso.
I think the fans love Caruso.
Caruso plays his role.
Caruso's good.
I'm gonna say this. I think it's putting pressure on. It's putting pressure on Kuzma.
Yes.
To play better. That's how I'm looking at it.
But that's the guy that's the key that you don't want to ruin his confidence or not have step up. Because you're gonna need them young legs. That's the day.
Everybody now really has young legs. They've been off for 5
Nah, hell no. I don't hell no.
On the Lakers, you don't think everybody's not fit?
I'm not saying that, but it's a different type of scenario when you hit a certain age. When you hit a certain age, you might be in the greatest shape that you ever felt in your life. But man, it wears on your body. Like I said, that shot coming off your finger, that long 3 coming off your fingertips, it may look good, it might feel good, When in the fourth quarter, it's falling short.
Why do you think they had such a hard time with the Pelicans? Zion was killing them boys.
Well, that's just because he's a man. That's why. That's the problem with him. That boy is a man. I'm telling you, bro. I've never been so wrong about I didn't see it because he was like 6. He's really like 6'5.5", 6'6", and because I've seen him in person, and he's definitely big. He's not 300 pounds. He's a big dude, but I mean Zion is just a different. He's a bully, and dudes just keep it high. Dudes don't want smoke that bully ball smoke. Like he's a bully.
If Charles Barkley and Sean Kemp had a baby, it'd be Zion Williams.
Yeah. I don't know if he's as skilled as Charles Barkley, but he's definitely got a lot of Sean Kemp.
And you know what's funny? People don't give Sean Kemp the credit as far as him being 6'9" and having the skill level that he had. Enough credit. Like
Ray, remember when you said Zion was gonna get hurt? You told me that before the beginning of the season.
I told you that.
Yeah, Zion was
Duke, first of all. But yeah, I did tell you that too.
Okay, it's crazy. You legit said that.
When he was at Duke, I said, he's going to get hurt, but I just hope it don't affect his career because if he stays healthy, that's what I always said, if he stays healthy, he's a problem.
You know what's different
he lost weight, too.
A guy like Zion can survive. A guy like Zion, he can survive today because of contact. There's no contact.
The bully.
Yeah, so he can survive today because he ain't getting banged. He ain't getting pushed to the floor. He not getting hammered. So he can survive.
And it's
we got to see how them knees hold up. We got to see how them knees.
Now, that's what I was going to say. It all depends on as far as his knees. The same thing with Derrick Rose, man. When you have that type of power game, but he has the body type that might be able to deal with it. Like D Rose he's a little guy who was very explosive.
I think they said Zion had either 2 or 3 knee procedures. And I think everybody think it's cute because he's so big and he's jumping like that. I'm with Ray. Well, I think I'm with Ray. You got to I know you want to be bigger than everybody, bro, but it's basketball, bro. It's not football. You got to kind of shed a little bit off of that.
You got to slim down.
I don't know if he can. I don't know if his body is because he's not. You got to think he probably had a little more freedom at Duke, but I know an organization is nitpicking everything he eats. They probably track every single thing that he does, every step that he takes, and he still hasn't lost so much weight.
I don't know about that though. He showed up to the summer league out of shape.
Well, that's because he was hurt.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he can he lose 40 pounds? Can he be less than 260? Because I don't think he can.
40 pounds on the head, Joker lost 40 pounds. Okay?
I knew you was going to bring him on.
You said 40 pounds. I know we was all talking about Zion, but you said 40 pounds. Joker lost 40 pounds.
I did say that, didn't I?
They said the same thing about Barkley, too, coming in. They said the same thing. And Barkley, he actually did slim down throughout the course of his career. He slimmed down. So, and today, and
he became an MVP.
Man, Barkley was just
if you really look at him in that Phoenix Sun, he's not fat.
Even in Philly, before he left Philly, he slimmed down toward the end of that time.
Yeah.
So it is possible, and with the advancement as far as technology, sports medicine, and the nutrition, these guys got people cooking. Like, they didn't have that back in the day. Barkley might be a perfect example for
what he could be. Yeah, that's who he needs to study because that's where the skill is at. And I also think that if Zion would – because he's not very – he's kind of skilled. Like, he's got a little handle to him, can get an open floor. But, like, you got to think of basketball has changed so much now. Like, imagine you saying – Draymond Green was guarding him 3 years ago, and you said Draymond guarding him now. Like you just said, with that bully ball, Draymond ain't – I don't know if Draymond guarding Zion. Because if he bumping, all these other 4 and 5 men out the way and they got a couple finishes and him over Giannis and stuff like that. I don't see, and Draymond's an elite defender. You know,
I don't think individually Draymond's stopping any elite forward in the NBA.
Why you do that? Why you do that?
Because he's not an elite defender. He's an elite communicator, and that's what people don't understand. He's so good on defense because he communicates so well, and he's smart. Now, does that mean he's not a good defender? No, but elite defender means 1 through 5 you guarding, and you don't have no problem with nobody that's out there 1 through 5. There's only probably about 4 dudes in the league that can do that. Giannis.
Well, not necessarily. Rudy Gobert's an elite defender, but you switch him out there on Kimba or Kyrie, he's an elite rim.
He's an elite rim protector. Not an elite defender.
That's defense.
It is, but he's not an elite defender. Is everything. Like if I say there's an elite shooter,
Faze. You know what's crazy? Because I get what you're saying.
No, I get it. No, yeah, I do.
Is Pat Bev elite defender? Is Pat Bev elite defender?
No, because he can't guard. He can't guard a 4, man. Can he guard a 4?
You're limited that off size, though.
No, I'm talking about Giannis can guard 1 through 5. I don't think there's nobody Giannis can't guard.
In basketball, we've already discussed. Just because you're better, you can do more things, doesn't mean that you're better.
For sure.
Per se.
But Giannis can guard a 1 through 5 at an elite level.
Giannis is probably the defensive player we haven't talked about.
You know where I'm gonna disagree. You know where I'm gonna disagree with you about Patrick. And I'm saying he is an elite defender because Clippers put him on LeBron.
Okay.
And he gives LeBron hell because LeBron wants to be a guard. Now, common sense would say LeBron take his little behind in the post, and LeBron ain't doing that. So he's quick enough to stay with LeBron. Even though he's small, he's strong enough to even push up on LeBron, and he gives LeBron fits. I ain't saying he's stopping LeBron, but he gives him fits.
Okay, I can get with that.
But the game has changed so much as far as defense. There's really no defense played in the game. You know, so everybody, we're going to have our opinion about defense. The younger generation is going to have their opinion about defense because really the league don't allow you to play defense no more.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like there's nobody getting up on nobody and playing in-your-face defense for 94 feet. It don't happen no more. But that's
imagine if Kawhi could hand check.
Huh?
Imagine if Kawhi could hand check.
Yeah, because his hand is like ridiculous.
He gonna grab somebody by the foot because his hands.
Ain't nobody going nowhere.
But I get what you're saying too, Brandon, about the versatility. Like, I don't want you to think that I'm saying just because you're versatile means you're better. But when I say in comparison, like with Rudy Gobert, I even think of the offensive end. Like Klay Thompson's an elite shooter, but does that mean he's an elite scorer? You know what I'm saying? He's an elite.
It's a difference.
So for me, with like Rudy Gobert, yes, I think he's an elite rim protector. And obviously he does his best switching out on a pick and roll. But I think of guys like, you know, when LeBron was with the Heat and he was guarding everybody. He guarded Pau Gasol, then he guarded Kobe, then he guarded D-Fit.
But the only people that can really do that, though, are forwards, though. Like, I get what you're saying, but, like, forwards can't be the only elite defenders. Like, you got to get it like a post, like a true big man can be a great, like the Dikembe Mutombo. Are we just going to say he's a great rim protector or is he a great defender?
He was, but again, it's how the game played. It's how the game is played today, and that's what I was trying to say. Like, ain't nobody posting up no more. Who really posts up now? So, according to today's game, you would have to put the Dikembe in the slot that FaZe is trying to say that he's a rim protector. Because the game is not played from the inside out no more. You don't have two guys on the block. When the Dikembe played, you had two guys on the box.
I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying in today's game, if he's playing, we call him a great defender. And as great as a defender he is, he getting a pick and roll against Kimba, he might get his damn whatever. He might get crossed over.
That dog Kimba,
he gonna get eaten up.
That's right, but he's still a great defender, though.
That's common. That happens regular, though. Like that's basketball.
That's what I'm just saying. I'm just making the point that bigs, can be great defenders, but
That's
doesn't
true.
mean they have to start a point guard.
I see.
Pepe's a great defender, but he can't guard Joel Embiid. Well, he probably can because Joel Embiid is soft, but we'll go.
I'm with you, Brandon. I'm with you on that, but I do understand what Faison was saying, though. Like, I can't disagree with that. The league is different on defense, and it was more of a guard league now.
That's how the game is played today.
The game is played. Yeah. Okay, to each his own, however you want to say it. There's no right or wrong to that. There's really not no.
It's not. But the only dude I can think of that legit post up like that now is probably like LaMarcus Aldridge post up. Like they give him the ball on the block.
That's about it.
I can't think of too many other people like that. They legit running sets for the
Joker.
Yeah, but he
posts up the pass.
He posts up to do whatever.
Yeah, he's good. Don't
say that. He's good.
He's normally passing it though, like.
And then other dudes nowadays.
But again, that was part of the arsenal back in the 90s. And that was part of the arsenal. Mm-hmm. That's what made the post-up players dangerous. Their ability to pass the ball, because you couldn't double them, and that gave them the ability to use their footwork to get their shot off. But today, it don't exist.
What bigs to do now is just rebound, like Hassan Whiteside, Andre Drummond. All I need
you just lob it up to them and let them.
Yeah.
But nah, one person Embiid has that ability to post up. Again,
me too.
Don't want to.
That's it.
Because of how the game is played.
You don't want it.
His footwork was crazy like Olajuwon.
Yeah.
But you barely see that now for him. But again, it's because how the game is played, man, and it goes back to coaching. Because I'm like, look, man, you could dominate inside and out. We're gonna use you in a point. If Simmons can't shoot, we're gonna feed you all day. Use your footwork. So once they start doubling you or sending somebody else at you, now we're gonna pull you out and let you kill whoever from the wing. But you can't. You gotta balance your game out. And that's what Embiid don't understand. But again, that's coaching. That's coaching, in my opinion.
It does come down to coaching. Last thing is real quick. We got 30 seconds left. Say it fast. Y'all give me y'all first two. Brandon, you go first. Everybody go down the line. Did you change your pick? And who was in? If you did not change your pick, end it off again. Who you have going to the finals?
Bucks and Clippers.
Sherman?
I'm gonna say Clippers. I'm gonna stay with the Clippers. I said Milwaukee before, but I'm going with Boston, man. Hayward and I'm going with Boston.
Face.
I like the Clippers and I like the Celtics.
Jordan.
Celtics and Houston.
Oh my God.
I will end it off like that, man. I appreciate y'all for listening, man. And that's it for another segment right there. So what it is and what it ain't, you don't like what I gotta say, join the debate. Copy.